The following program is rated TV-MAL, TV-MALS, TV-MALSV. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
I gave my love a story that had no end. I give...
Welcome, everybody, to This Week in Bullshit. Welcome back. My name is Justin Proper. I'm a little bit pissed off at Twitter right now because it is broken. So if you still are having issues with Twitter, just type in fuck Twitter in the chat. That would be amazing. But aside from that, welcome to This Week in Bullshit. Now let's welcome the panelists. First and foremost, as always, our dick from the UK, Richard. How you doing?
No, I'm first this time, am I? I thought I was last but not least. Yeah, that's it.
Well, I decided to switch it up a little bit, but if you're going to complain, get the fuck out. Also with us today is Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How we doing, Justin? I mean, aside from Twitter, yeah.
Little pissed off about a lot of different things, which we'll talk about today. Also, congratulations are in order to Mr. Culture Casino, who just got monetized. Woohoo!
Hail Culture Casino.
Thank you, each and every one of you, and those of you in the chat that are here. I appreciate you because I'm pretty sure you're probably subscribed to me as well. But thank you all very much for watching my videos and thinking I'm worthy of a subscription and making YouTube think that they should let me be allowed to collect money. So and then they take 30 to 40% of it. It's gonna be awesome.
Are they taking 40 now? No.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know what, I mean, of the super stickers and stuff like super chats, I think it's 30%. So far, I think I've had like 6 cents in revenue from the ads. So that's awesome.
Oh, nice. So far, so good. Well, congratulations, man. 6 cents all the way. Penny saved is a penny earned.
Well, I had incredible support in my in the first live stream that I was monetized, and I was kind of a little bit taken aback because I'm having on Monday, which you're invited to, of course. I know you probably are working, but on Monday I have my monetization celebration stream, so that I can get as many people to funnel through there as I can. Of course, Wes is going to be there and several others.
Depending on the time, I'll try to make it out.
Yeah, no, you'll see it all. I'll DM everybody.
Okay.
But,
well, we also
it'll be good. It'll be good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really need to introduce
you're fine.
Our guest as well. I hate to leave you backstage. Madmartigan, welcome back to the channel.
Thank you for having me. Great to be here.
Yeah.
I assume Casino will have my invite later on or something for Mondays.
Of course. Yeah. I need to bring somebody on I can abuse. That would be perfect.
Yeah, when I'm not on, like, or other people, I guess. Like, someone has to be the guy. I mean, somebody has to be that guy. Let's get to the chat now, and welcome back, Richard. Thank you for joining us again. So I'm going to get to the chat real quick. We have a bunch of super chats that came in. So thank you very much for that. Dean approved, just stopping by on my lunch break. Hope you guys have fun. You're all Dean approved. Well, you are properly approved. I don't know what the equivalent of that is, but Dean, thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate that. Fat Steven Seagal beat up Pablo Hidalgo. That's really harsh.
Fat
All you have to do is probably push him down.
I mean, I like Pablo Hidalgo. I think he could stay on the story group, but we'll get to that later.
Really?
Dude, you have to have one of the crazies around for the entertainment. Just one.
No,
get rid of everyone else. Keep Pablo.
No, it's not a requirement.
Story group.
I don't know. That's just me. That's just me, though. I think Pablo's fine. Fat loves the proper, especially covered in icing. No, that's not happening. Maybe for your birthday, I'll consider it, but not right now. No. And plus, if I did that, ew, just I'm not going to entertain that idea. Stone Cold Jeremy says, cheers, everyone. Looking forward to a great show with awesome people. Well, thank you, Stone Cold Jeremy, and cheers to you as well. Thank you for the super chat. Runner Studio says late. Yeah, we were trying to figure. I was trying to figure out some shit. So, yeah, technical issues. Apparently, YouTube is suppressing me by not even having my live stream on my actual channel. Like, isn't that the damnedest thing? Isn't that just the most bullshit thing ever? It's ridiculous. But hopefully, all the notifications were sent out. And please share this video, share this stream. Just because if YouTube isn't going to work, Twitter isn't going to work, try whatever means necessary. I'd greatly appreciate that. And thank you, Wes Moody for and Culture Casino for the super stickers. I will bring that up real quick. Those are nice. The popcorn, I appreciate that, and the Dumacorn. That is awesome. I think it only works when Mary does it.
I feel like I'm happy with it. I think it still worked.
I wish I had popcorn right now.
Well, maybe it's just me. Hello, is this on? Is it on? I don't know. I think it is. I hope it is. Is YouTube at least wearing a condom? Well, not anymore. YouTube is late. YouTube be weird and stuff. Yes, they do be weird. And thank you, Madmartigan, for the generous super chat. Glad to be on the show. Thanks, Justin. Well, you're welcome, Madmartigan.
Last thing I'm going to say, nice.
Yes, for now. F Twitter. What is Twitter? Fuck Twitter. Yep. Nick McCabe. Hey, all. Great to see everyone. Great to see you too.
I'm really not regretting being off of Twitter right now.
Yeah, you're one of the lucky ones who doesn't even have to worry about it. Oh God, Proper is going to have that Goblin Mardigan on.
I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, mystery. Thank you, Wes, for another super chat. Twitter is goat shit.
Well,
I think
it's supposed to be a bull, but apparently I accidentally clicked on a reindeer and I didn't proofread.
It's reindeer shit. I like that too.
Well, technically, it fits considering what we're going to be talking about. So.
Hey, Drunk 3PO is here. What's up, man? How you doing? Nice of you to grace us with your presence. Hashtag cancel candy corn. Candy corn is bullshit.
Yep.
I definitely won't get dislikes for that.
No,
and if there are, I'm just going to blame it all on you.
I put a PSA up explaining all the reasons why candy corn is disgusting.
Drunk,
we've got some questions for you later on.
Yeah, we really do. Your taste buds are in question right now. Just everything. Just the whole world is just not okay. Runner Studio, of course, you're Team Candy Corn, but you're also Cooper. So
come on, Coop.
We may be thinking candy corn because thousands of years from now, when our civilization is gone, you know how the pyramids are around now. Well, they'll find candy corn littered around in what used to be landfills, and
that's going to be the pyramids. Is that the plot twist?
No, it'll be the only evidence of our civilization. They'll think that we just had really poor taste in candy.
Hashtag Team Black Licorice. Oh my goodness.
I mean,
but for everybody who's in the chat, everybody who's in who sent a super chat, I just want to thank you, everybody. And I don't really do clips like this very often, but just this is a thank you just for everybody so far. Thank you so much. You get a Death Star. But first and foremost, let's get into the first topic, which I'm sure that nobody has anything to say about at all. First, Star Wars. We're going to talk about the newly announced holiday special, the inside the heart of the Lego Star Wars holiday special. Now, when I saw this on Twitter before it got taken down and all that bullshit, I was actually kind of excited. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. They're going to make fun of the holiday special. It'll be kind of like, funny like that. And I was like, oh, that could work. But that is until you actually see what it's about. Oh, my goodness. Star Wars, we're going to start out just a little further down into the article. See, as you see, the lovely holiday special. Like this was nice. To Luke from your father. It's kind of tongue in cheek. I like that's fine. I like that. So
you notice it's yellow on a you notice it's yellow on a red background.
Yeah,
kind of looks like a sickle.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Interesting point.
Wow.
Yeah, that's curious.
That's a deep look into it.
Probably.
Yeah, I think you're looking really into it. But we're gonna start out. I'm gonna start out here. We found ourselves. This is one of the guys who was. It was pretty much the figurehead of it. James Waugh and who's the other guy? Josh Rhimes. They've been with Star Wars for a little bit with Lucasfilm. We found ourselves talking about holiday specials and the heritage of sitting down and watching holiday specials every year and how beloved and timeless those things are. When looking at what to do next with Lego Star Wars, it kind of went from there. I'm like, okay, with Lego Star Wars, it's fine. That brainstorm eventually led to the holiday special coming to Disney Plus on November 17th, the day our galaxy observes the now canonical Star Wars Holiday of Life Day, which I find hilarious. Lego Star Wars.
What was the date? November 17th.
November 17th. Mm-hmm.
I thought Life Day was meant to be a Christmas New Year's analog.
I don't know. I don't really care. It kind of is, I guess, but I don't know. Thank you, Mandalorian, for making this canonical. It picks up post Episode 9 and finds Rey continuing her Jedi training. From who? Like, she's done everything. Isn't she perfect enough as it is? She comes upon something mystical in a Jedi temple that sends her hurtling through time. You heard that correctly. Hurtling through time. So Doomcock was right. Hashtag Doomcock was right. I actually doubted his sources of Rey traveling through time and teaching Luke how to use the Force. Now this seems like an actual possibility, which is really strange. So she's hurtling through time, meeting Star Wars legends and visiting places of the past. But still, she must get back home for Life Day. Like, oh, it's fine to go through all of these amazing places, but no, we have to be home for Christmas. Isn't that lovely? Even though it's time travel.
It sounds like a bad episode.
I don't know. That's weird. Cast features Billy D. Williams, Rose Teague, bullshit. Yeah, all these different people are coming back. Anthony Daniels coming back. Cool. Clone Wars people coming back. Creative team looked at their own favorite holiday classics, from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to Planes, Trains, and Automobiles for inspiration. Great movies, but is anybody else just kind of like, really?
I have questions.
Yeah. What?
Like, this galaxy? Okay, like something isn't right here. But it's not like identity politics related. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't understand this.
Is there going to be a CGI B. Arthur and John Candy?
Oh, Jesus, I'm
not entirely sure how either of those sort of relate to Star Wars in any way, to be honest.
Oh, Fat Steven Seagal says, "Hey, Proper, my birthday is 5 days away, so I sing."
I don't believe him.
I'll believe it when I see it, man. I'm questioning it, but yeah, dude. I guess I'm gonna have to do that for some reason. First the MCU, now Star Wars. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. It's
talking about time traveling.
It's really crazy, man.
It was different in the MCU though, if we're talking about the Endgame, because that was more of a parallel unit, like a multiverse situation. With the time travel, it wasn't time traveling back into their own time stream.
Oh, this is just lovely.
More forgiving.
She has a nice "It's a Wonderful Life" moment as she reflects on her own mistakes, her own teachings, what it means to be a mentor. Oh, fuck. Oh,
yeah.
God.
What?
I don't understand. Who's she going to be teaching?
What mistakes?
She didn't make any mistakes. She's perfect. What are you talking about? This is a microaggression in of itself. How dare they suggest that? Oh, thank you, Wes, for the poop emoji.
No,
this really is some shit.
For sure.
She did make one mistake.
Go on.
She didn't believe that she could do everything.
It's true.
That's true. Runner's thesis, time travel doesn't work for Star Wars. No, it doesn't. And I'm not gonna what is this world between worlds crap that Rebels introduced? I'm not buying
Dave Filoni for that.
Yeah, sorry. I think that Clone Wars and Rebels are highly overrated. I'm a prequel hater. Okay, sorry. I didn't think they were that great. I thought Mandalorian was better than those two.
You know what's really fucked up?
Go ahead.
And Mandalorian was average.
Dude, you know what is really upsetting is that I was actually excited about this for a moment. Like, this is kind of clever. This is kind of clever. This is kind of cool. Nope. Fuck you, big slap in the fucking face. Just Rey time traveling through the Clone Wars, meeting Qui-Gon Jinn and Yoda and bullshit like that. I'm like, you've already done enough. Get the fuck out of here. Leave. Your story's over.
Yeah, live in Luke Skywalker's old house with his dead aunt and uncle with BB-8 and just fuck off. Sorry, bad language.
I don't understand it. Why? Just why? Like,
well,
I guess the question I want to impose on everyone is just, I'd like to, pass off to everyone is, like, how is this going to work? What is with this? Like, what are your thoughts about this now, knowing what it's going to be about? Whoever wants to go first and chime in, because we could talk about this all day.
I think that this is okay. So if people thought that the holiday special was the worst Star Wars production ever, at least it was bad enough. At least it was so bad it was good, and this is just going to be bad. So this might replace it as the worst Star Wars production ever. No one's interested in it whatsoever. Okay, I'm done.
Well, I think that's sort of a big part of it. The two words you said, replace it. I think Lucasfilm did this because they want to replace a lot of the sort of original things that we love with their own sort of tainted junk, for lack of a better word. So when we think of Star Wars, we're forced to think of Lucasfilm, or should I say modern Lucasfilm, and the things they've created.
Right.
So here's my question. Is this an FU to George Lucas? Because George Lucas famously tried to delete the holiday special from...
I think this is a byproduct. I think that really what this is a attempt at deconstructing the mythos of Star Wars altogether, and then now they'll be able to rebuild it in their more perfect image, or what they think it should be, what Star Wars should be, not what it was or what it is currently. It's whatever they want it to be, and to do that, they got to deconstruct the entire thing. The perfect way to do that is with Legos and time travel.
She's the bestest ever.
Well, didn't you know Star Wars was broken and they had to fix it?
Yeah.
You mean Star Wars? The merchandise alone is worth $13 billion before Disney bought me, and now you can't give away the stuff in the stores. That kind of broken.
Yeah, the merchandise. No big deal.
That kind of broken.
That was the part in the story that I found interesting, when he was like, "When I see my kid or other kids playing with Star Wars Legos, no, you don't. You don't. And if you do, they're sure as shit not the trilogy."
I'm just gonna read real quick what they said in regards to having them focus on being like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and planes, trains, and automobiles, which doesn't even make sense for Star Wars. It doesn't even make sense for the two of them to be in the same sentence, honestly. But what they said was, one of the guys said, "I think what aligns so much about these specials with Star Wars is that at the end of the day, you don't have a good Star Wars story if you don't have heart." I agree with that. I completely agree with that. Great job. If you don't, if you don't have soul, if you don't have a heart, if you don't have soul, I agree. I completely agree with that. Much like the sequel trilogy, didn't have any heart, didn't have any real soul, didn't have any real substance. It was a bunch of bullshit. And if they want to rectify it, go ahead. Go ahead.
Not having heart and soul is what got Star Wars into this mess in the first place.
Exactly.
But there's a difference between reading a book on a topic and actually learn about it.
True.
So
that's very true. But
they might say this, but we'll see if it actually changes anything.
He goes on and says, "And I think the reason those holiday stories are timeless is because there are lessons. There are lessons. Okay, we're going to have lessons. Okay, that's interesting. Whether all of those specials..." Well, hold on. I'm just going to finish the rest of the quote, and then we can go on from that. "Whether all of those specials are great or not, they are trying to warm you with a theme about being with your family, caring, loving others, being selfless. these are things that are automatically inherent to Star Wars. So we really wanted to anchor this with the idea of what is Rey missing right now. She is so focused on the burden of being the only Jedi in this new era and the duty of potentially passing on that knowledge. She's missing the point that there still needs to be time to be with your friends and the family you've made. Okay, it's still... And that leads to her being a mentor and that shit. I'm very uneasy about this and very uncomfortable with it, just because it's probably just me, but it's probably because it's Rey. I don't trust this era of Star Wars.
No.
She's perfect, and I don't know. Do you see this working at all? Like,
no.
It just something's not. It feels weird.
No,
Feels weird. I never have liked. It's like if Indiana Jones had a Christmas movie coming out, it'd just be like it's all about the spirit of Christmas. Indiana Jones has to get the mistletoe for Marion or some bullshit like that, which actually sounds more entertaining than this.
It would be like Indiana Jones meets the Santa Claus. He has to put on the Santa Claus suit, and he is Santa Claus.
Man, he has to whip his way from chimney to chimney or some shit like that.
It's all about anti-animal abuse because he accidentally whips one of the reindeer.
Accidentally?
Yeah, well, maybe on purpose.
That's how you're supposed to get around.
That's true. That's
kind of sad, though, to be honest, because Harrison Ford being forced to play Santa Claus would actually be quite funny.
He would be more of an actual bad Santa.
Funny. Hey, thank you, Rob, for the super sticker. Which super sticker did you? Oh, this is the poop emoji. Oh, I appreciate it, man. Hey, what's up, Moira? How you doing? What's up, Courage? What's up, everybody? All right, so yeah, I'm still just kind of like uneasy about this. Yeah, at first, I guess the reason why I was super excited about it was because, it's gonna make fun of Star Wars. It's gonna poke fun at it. But now that I know it's a serious story, and they're actually trying to make a serious holiday special with these characters and with what has happened before and just kind of reinforcing it almost feeling like a pseudo sequel to episode 9 where there are no bad guys anymore. There's what's the real threat? It just something feels wrong about this. I don't know. And it's kind of weird because out of everything that was coming out of Star Wars, I never had a single problem with any of the Lego Star Wars stuff ever, because they were just adaptations and they're just supposed to poke fun at it. I mean, you guys remember the Lego Star Wars from back in the day with the prequel trilogy, then the original trilogy when those came out. Those are fun.
Wasn't a big fan, but yeah.
My nephew liked them.
Yeah. I enjoyed it for what they were. So I guess what I'm really trying to ask is just where, why all of a sudden do they want to make an original story off this? This seems so, I mean, no pun intended. It seems a little forced. It's playing off of the holiday special. I guess I'm just having a hard time understanding what the purpose of this is.
It's to deconstruct all of Star Wars, right? So you're going to take Rey and you're going to make her the centerpiece of all of Star Wars, not just the Disney trilogy, but also the original trilogy and then the prequels as well. She's going to go back and she's going to have enough interactions with people to where everything that happens good in both, the OT and the prequels all came originally from her. Similar, I think Richard said something about Doctor Who earlier. I don't watch that shit, but I do know they made it to where the first Doctor ended up turning out to be a woman or something like that, and so
actually, well, yes, but before that, they also did this curious thing where this massive Mary Sue character in what was it, season 8, give or take, called Clara Oswald, ended up being the one that went back in time and inspired the first Doctor, who will always be William Hartnell, to basically go on the adventures for the first time. So,
Right,
yeah, seems almost exactly the same as that.
Yep, 100%.
And she faces Darth Vader.
Ugh.
No.
I told you she's gonna beat all of them.
Hang on, because if she's fighting Darth Vader, that means that's before Darth Vader dies on the second Death Star. So she's going to be she will probably be encountering pre-Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Which ties in again to Doomcock's rumors that she will be the one who ends up training Luke Skywalker, which is sort of how Luke completes his training after he leaves Yoda. So.
Oh, man.
Rennie's got the right idea.
Clone Darth Vader, maybe. Yeah, it makes me sick too. It just, I know. This can't lead to good things. Like it really can't.
Convoluted in.
This is also kind of bizarre too. Like, I love how Darth Maul's cut in half there. That's funny. But I mean, I don't know. Listen. I don't like this. I don't like anything that has to do with Rey beating everybody. No, thank you. Teaching them, hey, you should do this or that or blah blah blah. I like it when everyone else is involved. That's kind of cool. That's a little funny. But I just I don't.
It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be entertaining. And the reason why they're doing it as a Lego thing is because they're planning for. They're not looking at it 2 months from now. They're looking at it years from now. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna have smaller kids, right? That are going to watch this and they're going to grow up. And from then on, after they see this, everything that they see afterwards, the OT, the prequels and Disney sequels, they all will trace back to the Lego movie where Rey was the cause of all of it. She was the reason why everything good happened. You get what I'm saying?
So that's not going to happen that way though, because there's only going to be a tiny sliver of the population of the youth people, Mad. Because you know what, people my age aren't going to be having our kids watch this stuff. People your age aren't going to be, because we lost our love of Star Wars. So we're not indoctrinating our children into the things that we love, or at least introducing them to that. Indoctrinating is probably the wrong word. But I
think it's the right word.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just saying we're not bringing them to Star Wars. Yeah. And anybody who's seen any of the old stuff and compared to the new stuff loves the old stuff. At least anecdotally, everybody I've communicated with does that. Well, I understand your point. I know where you're going with that, and I understand that that's the mindset of the wackaloon SJW right. Kathleen Kennedy. But at the same time, that's not going to carry any weight. You can't take this giant, huge audience and convert them to this thought process. You're losing them by half each time after each movie. So you're right. I mean, that may be their thought process.
Right. But that's all I was talking about. The intent, not the outcome.
Yeah. No, the outcome is FU Star Wars. Right. Kind of like FU Star Trek and FU Doctor Who and FU more stuff. So anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interject. I mean, I did mean to interject, but
Oh no, you're totally fine. I wanted to get. We haven't really heard much from you, so I really wanted to get your thoughts on this whole idea. If you had been, did you kind of get the gist of what this is about?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No, this was bad from the word go. Look, I have nothing positive. No, I have nothing positive to add to this conversation. It's just going to be me ranting about how awful.
Go for it.
No, look, you can't remake something that is already a fleshed out image, a fleshed out world, a fleshed out universe. You can't remake it substantially in a new way because you're going to have too many people that are going to reject the new concepts that you're trying to instill in something that never existed before. I mean, look at the resistance just in the prequels that George ran into when he tried to put the idea of the midichlorians in, right? And that was the guy that created the thing.
Well, if I could offer,
midichlorians are still a stupid idea. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead, Richard.
I feel that's kind of what they're trying to do in a sense. They're sort of testing the waters. They're doing it in this sort of little side thing that
Right.
sort of most people probably won't pay that much attention to see if they can sort of slip it in under the radar.
Yeah,
Yeah, try to make it
as possible.
Try to make it innocuous, an innocuous insertion into the lore. But it's not. And here's the thing: that this is why what Matt said was pretty brilliant. Their intention. Well, and that's the first nice thing I've ever said to Matt. By the way,
It is. That's right.
No. But it is. They may have had the intention to do this to replace, retrace, change what Star Wars is, what the overall arc of it is. But we all know that essentially this is a circumstance where they're not going to be able to change the things that happen, and none of what they did with this other thing made sense. But and what Richard is saying is, they're trying to slip it in, and yes, the same kind of point that Mads was trying to do, Madmartigan was trying to do. But I can't see it working to any extent or to any degree. I just don't
either. And you know what's interesting about this is I haven't really seen anybody, any of the bigger channels catch on to this yet. And clearly, I don't know. I question whether or not they actually looked into this or read this. But yeah, it's it confirms everything that Doomcock had been saying, and a lot of what Doomcock has said sometimes has been absolutely ridiculous. But I'm just shocked about this one because it's just like there's clearly a lot of validity that he has with these sources that he has. I just didn't know that they would go in this direction. Like I did not see like this kind of blindsided me. And I'm not sure if any of the bigger channels are going to pick this up or not. I hope that they do. I really hope that they report on this and they talk about this. I doubt they'll see. I doubt that they've seen it already. I mean, did I miss anybody's? Did anybody actually know about this before?
I think anybody? Clownfish TV may have.
I've heard about it here and there, but I didn't actually seriously think they were going to proceed with it.
Well, I just sort of want to bring up one thing about this. This actually reminds me because they did another thing relatively recently with Star Wars Galaxy of Adventures where they tried changing history through their little side cartoons.
Oh yeah, with
that
Galaxy
thing they did with Luke and thing they did with Luke and Leia.
These guys were also in charge of, by the way. So that. I guess that kind of plays into that theory of changing Star Wars history, literally going back and erasing all of it. People call this crazy for, being like, oh, we're retconning everything. Now it's actually becoming a thing. It's the realm of possibility. We were right. We were right about all of it. Holy shit. Like,
unfortunately.
They'll probably. I mean, it likely won't work, but I can honestly see them trying to remake the original trilogy at some point.
And and thank you, Rob, for the sunglasses super sticker. I greatly appreciate that. By the way, get into the stream, Rob. You have the link. Come on in here. I know you probably have a lot to say about this. But yeah, guys, like, oh man, like. This is a whole new low. So I guess what I want to know after this is how much worse can it get?
Don't say that.
I'm going to say it again. How much worse can it get until we decide, like, at this point, if this is a thing and this is as bad as I think it's going to be, I'm just going to get out my popcorn and just say, like, just keep getting worse. Go ahead.
Yeah, they should go all in at this point.
See, like, really, like going with time travel, that's a step. Here's the thing. Like, there's like two things that completely ruin whatever setup that you have for the most part, or just, makes me just go like, really, you went there? When you write yourself into a corner, one, it was all a dream, which we wish the sequel trilogy was. I really wish it was. Or two, time travel to fix all your bullshit. I don't know if this is going to be like that. Maybe we're taking this too seriously. Maybe it is supposed to be a joke, but it seems like they're taking it seriously, to a point where they're comparing it to planes, trains, and automobiles.
Well, yeah, no, they're going to play it off.
It's a Wonderful Life.
They're going to play it off as if it's not serious, and that's just to further like undermine people's arguments against it. They're like, guys, you're taking it too serious. We're talking about space wizards with laser swords.
Yeah.
But this is from StarWars.com though, and then them saying, if I can go back to it, the creative team looked at their favorite holiday classics from Rudolph to the Red-Nosed Reindeer to planes, trains, and automobiles for inspiration. One of the guys even said, Ray has a nice "It's a Wonderful Life" moment. These are all fantastic movies, classic Christmas films, and you're going to try to compare this to that? And you're going to try to tell me that you're not taking this seriously? Fuck you. Come on. You're totally taking it seriously. This is ridiculous. No, Runner Studios, no. It's not bullshit. It's different when it's a time travel movie. Totally different.
I was just thinking, as to your question, how much worse can it possibly get? Well, there is the current state of Star Trek. It could still get worse.
And
with Star Trek, they fucked up the entire galaxy, and now their savior has to go and basically fix the entire universe.
Look, there's going to be a point to where, like, if this doesn't work the way they want it to, what would stop them from just shoving all of the OT and the prequel into the Disney vault?
Oh,
nothing.
That's a road that I do not want to cross.
Yeah, like, so if you don't already own it, because the digital copies, I think they may be able to take those away as well. Because I think you're basically like borrowing or renting the copyright shit.
That's an interesting point. I mean, that kind of goes back to the whole argument of digital over physical media. Physical media obviously wins for me.
You muted yourself.
God damn it.
I think he bumped his Yeti. If you even look at this Yeti funny, it mutes itself.
This is why I don't trust his fucking AI.
Damn it. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was an oopsie on my part. Whoops.
Improper.
So
I'm telling you, it's the rise of the machines.
It really is. It really is. But no, it does kind of go back to that argument of owning physical media, because it can't. First off, it can't be deleted. You can't just get rid of it. And you can digitize it, and you can keep it forever, even if the disc wears out.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine, and you can't alter it. You can't alter it like you can with Netflix. Going back to the Future when when that whole thing happened.
Yeah.
When there was a mix-up with that. I have some videos on that. And with Splash on Disney Plus, censoring that, even though we've seen it on Disney Channel for decades. And even with 13 Reasons Why, I will go back to that. They cut out a very significant scene in that. Even though it's Netflix's own thing, you can't really see that anymore in its full form. They didn't release anything on DVD, as far as I'm concerned, because you don't need to. So they can basically do whatever they want.
Right.
They can eliminate themselves of any sort of controversy, at this point. They can do whatever they want now digitally. They can fuck everything up. And now, going back to this, though, now you're literally trying to time travel to alter the history of Star Wars. The extra spit in the face that George Lucas is receiving right now.
Yeah, they're turning the Star Wars history into Star Wars herstory.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. They already tried.
Boo!
That's a
I
real
mean,
thing. Don't
they-
boo me.
they-
That's a real thing.
I mean, let's be honest. They
I
already
was doing
changed.
the pun.
They already tried to change Star Wars history with the Solo movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They did. To a certain extent. I mean, that wasn't as bad as really could have been. But I think most of that was backlash from the other movie that came out a few months before. But it definitely suffered that. But I mean, it's just like it's just really frustrating because I mean they keep doubling down, tripling down, quadruple fuckling down, whatever you want to call it. It's just fuck-tuppling. I don't know what you. They keep making it worse and worse and worse, and it's
if people like continue not to buy into it, well, then they're going to make it the only option.
Yep.
True. Like, I mean, at least now we have the Mandalorian to look forward to because I'm not buying into. Hold on. I'm not buying into the whole idea of Mandalorian is just going to turn to complete crap. I'm not going to buy into that yet until I see season 2 and see what happens.
Oh, man.
Then I'll make my decision. But look, man, where it's going right now, it's
right.
not looking good.
There's a pattern, not necessarily just with Disney, but I mean, Westworld turned to complete crap. The Boys kind of turned to crap.
Yeah.
Altered Carbon kind of turned to crap. Yeah, not a good record we're having right now. And what's amazing is they all, those shows that I just mentioned all had amazing first seasons. I don't know.
You can't get excited anymore. The most you can get is
Is
what
he
happened.
Oh,
Is he
I think he got frozen.
Guy?
Uh-oh. Richard, are you okay?
Oh no!
Oh no! Guys, we have a man down. Our Dick from the UK.
Man down. But he's right.
Take your screenshots now.
Yeah, we can no longer get excited about things. He's absolutely right. After the first season, be prepared to be disappointed in the second season. They are setting you up. They make something good. The Witcher is going to be the same way. So we're going to have The Witcher fall apart. We're going to have Mandalorian, which I knew going back a little ways now was going to have some issues, and I've been trying to warn people. But going forward, we're going to have a mess every time we get a second season of what was a good show. Altered Carbon, Wes, one of my favorite shows, first seasons ever of anything, and garbage. Second season of Westworld was extra dumb with cheese. The third season was offensive, and I mean just absolutely vile. And I'm tired of it.
I didn't even know it was possible to jump the shark that much on that third season of Westworld.
I'll be honest, man. Like, whenever I see anything I used to love, like they're like, "Oh, we're gonna remake it or reboot." I'm like, no. Like, don't. Like, I don't want to see anything that I've enjoyed in the past. Like, I'm afraid they're gonna bring Steven Seagal back and ruin him. Like, try to redo Under Siege.
It's interesting, Soul Assassin. Everything gets one test season if good. The suits and higher ups come and add their politics in. That's what it kind of seems like. That's the impression I get.
Does seem that way.
But then again, I mean, there's always at least a few that are kind of scaving past that just manage to avoid it. You know the one I'm thinking of?
No.
When you guys said like the first season's great for a lot of these shows, and then after that they add in their politics and they make it crap. Hey, welcome back, Richard.
I blame Wes after I streamed with him on Sunday and his Star Trek Discovery review yesterday. I think CBS has targeted me now as well.
Oh goodness.
It's like a bullseye,
So yeah, the one show that is escaping this, as always, Cobra Kai. Unless they fuck it up with season 3.
Oh man,
Yeah,
please no.
Yeah,
Don't fuck up season 3.
don't say they've escaped it unless we actually see it.
Yeah.
Well,
a
they
lot of
escaped
people paying
the trope
attention to
of,
it.
the first season is great and the second one sucks, because the second one did not suck by any means. Was it as good? I think it was almost as equally as good for different reasons. But man, like that's the one that's escaped for some reason. Hey, Christy, how you doing?
Hey, Christie.
Great if Twitter would actually work.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Are you having issues now too?
Well, yeah, I could barely get into the DMs to click on the damn link.
Seriously? Damn. Yeah, that's what a lot of people have been having issues with. It's just crazy.
Well, you go ahead now.
Hashtag
hey.
hashtag first world problems.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for
they're-
sure.
They're in censorship mode right now, so they're they're testing things out.
I guess
Yeah,
it means-
Yeah, maybe it's because Mr. Jack Dorsey got subpoenaed.
Really?
Oh yeah.
The rise of the machines.
Oh yeah. So
So why are you
suppressing
looking at Star Wars Legos?
Did you not hear?
No.
The
Doomcock
holiday.
was right.
Yeah, Doomcock was right. This Lego Star Wars holiday special, Christy. And for those of you who are just joining in, just hold on. I was excited about this at first. I was like, yay, they're gonna make fun of Star Wars. It's gonna be like almost a parody. It reminds me of the Lego movie, because I love that one a lot. It was just a lot of fun. But
You and like 8 other people.
hey, shut up. It was great. I love it.
To be honest, the fact you were excited was your first mistake.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you know what? Can you blame me for just not taking this shit
Yes.
seriously with Legos? So, okay, so here's the thing. So Rey, it picks up post episode 9 and finds Rey continuing her Jedi training. She comes upon something mystical in a Jedi temple that sends her hurtling through time. Time travel. This is from StarWars.com. God damn it. Hurtling
really?
through time, meeting Star Wars legends and visiting places of the past. But still, she must get back home for Life Day with her friends. And she discovers the true meaning of fucking Christmas.
So what the fuck is she? Ray Benezer Scrooge?
Maybe that would be interesting. But the creative team looked at their own
I thought that was
favorite
fun.
holiday classics from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to planes, trains, and automobiles for inspiration. And it goes on to say that Rey has a nice "It's a Wonderful Life" moment. These are like they talk about having like heart and soul, and they want to do that like with fucking Legos. What is Rey missing right now? I don't know. A personality. She's focused on the burden of beating the only Jedi in this new era, and the duty of potentially passing on that knowledge. Oh, a challenge for Rey.
You
Oh
said
wow,
duty.
that's
I thought of I said this before, but it never actually came to mind. I thought of something new. Does Hollywood actually know what a heart and soul are?
no.
No.
The Snow
Well done.
Christmas pass.
Definitely not.
So you seriously didn't know about this, Christy?
No.
Oh my goodness.
How does it make you feel?
How many damn articles you put in the group chat to look at and stuff like that? I mean, it's just
how it's just where
400,000.
when the day goes by, I just post something and I just like, hey, would this be interesting? That's usually what I try to do. But look, this caught me by surprise. It honestly did. Time travel and doing it for real. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
and
let's
it's Lego.
let's
it's in
be honest.
Lego form. It's like basically a pseudo episode 10. Like it's
Aside from the fact that they haven't openly announced that Rey is going to train Luke Skywalker in this article, this is pretty much word for word what Doomcock reported on 3 months ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
what was the video? Because I want to see.
Oh,
I actually am curious now. Like, how much did he actually get right?
Well, I mean, we don't even know yet. Like, it could be even more because we haven't actually seen it.
Doomcock time travel. Maybe that video will come up.
He's done a couple videos because there was also one about the the Hall of Mirrors on the second Death Star, which is a different time travel thing. But
the veil.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that they're doing all sorts of time travel with it right now because, to be honest, the only thing Lucasfilm really has that's been remotely successful is all prequels. And Mandalorian, which is kind of technically a prequel in a way to the sequel trilogy anyway.
Yeah.
Or they're going to send off Baby Yoda to be killed.
I fucking hate Baby Yoda, man.
I can't wait to
Cancel Baby Yoda.
He's gonna die.
I hope he does.
I don't believe it.
No, he's going to. He's gonna die.
Did you just assume Baby Yoda's gender?
No, they've confirmed it. They confirmed it.
They've referred to him as a he many times.
As they should.
I don't really care either way, but look, man. Christie, I asked everybody else this, but
I also remember. I was just going to say, I also remember us being told that Palpatine wasn't coming back for Episode 9. So,
well, we were wrong.
Yeah, we were lied to.
So, Christie, I asked everyone else this.
Okay.
I'm curious. What would you do to make this worse? Like every other time that Lucasfilm puts out something like this involving Rey and bullshit like that, it always just keeps getting worse. Like from Galaxy's Edge and everything outside of that. How much worse do you see this going? Like brainstorm right now. We may as well. We've already come this far. Let's just go all in.
Can I ban Soul Assassin quickly?
No.
Check the last comment.
Soul Assassin is wonderful.
What if the baby is actually Yoda after they'd end him back?
Send him back in time.
Yeah, send him back in time.
So I have the perfect analogy. What if when Rey goes back into the past, the Reylos were right and they actually had a baby together? There you go.
Wait, and it turned out to be Baby Yoda?
No.
Oh, okay.
In this Legos thing or something, far fetched, and then the Reylos would never fucking shut up.
Yeah, that could definitely make it worse.
Oh shit, that would work too, right? So like when he like gives her his force-ness.
I mean, they
bring her back to life. Maybe they put a baby in her.
Yeah, I mean, they literally mention that she meets Qui-Gon Jinn, so she goes back far enough in time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The baby part of it, like she's pregnant now, and she's a pregnant Lego figure.
And then the child just so happens.
What
to
if
be
the Force was so
Skywalker.
powerful, though, that it turned out to be Baby Yoda?
That would just be weird.
Why not?
It actually made me more interested in the whole thing.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, and here's something that now just looking at this picture and actually looking at it.
She looks pregnant.
Let's just think about this for a second. What if Darth Vader whoops Rey's ass?
Come on.
Don't be stupid.
Come on.
Not gonna happen.
What if it does?
I imagine that scene we're seeing is probably Rey stepping in to save Luke before Vader kills him. So that changes it immediately because then Luke is only alive because Rey saved him all those years ago.
What
And she's gonna
if
whoop that ass,
Rey is actually Padme and she accidentally kills Padme and she has to take Padme's place? No, that wouldn't happen.
That'd just be weird.
Yeah, it would be weird, but it wouldn't be as weird.
Not?
And he's like, wait, and this is how the battle starts. Like, wait, you're not Padme.
Well, I mean, at least that would pull from like Greek, mythology. kind of in there.
Yeah, but that would assume they know anything about Greek mythology.
Oh, I'm
You're
done.
right.
They
I'm
barely
done.
they can't even comprehend Joseph Campbell, let alone fucking.
Yeah. They just have their little critical race.
I think we broke Christie.
This is hilarious. I mean, fucking seriously. I mean, it's like Ray Ebenezer Scrooge and like. I mean, seriously.
Ray Ebenezer.
That one got me. That was good.
I wonder how the fuck this happens.
I do have to
What the
complain
fuck
though.
is going on here?
I've just got to offer up the random thing in that second image. Just scroll back up a second
Yeah, scroll back up.
to the second image.
That's down.
Scroll up, Justin. Up.
That's
Up.
down.
Yeah, that does not look anything like John Boyega. At all.
Is that supposed to be John? Is that?
Oh, I
supposed
just
to
realized
be-
that's supposed to
Yeah,
be John Boy.
look at the hair and jacket.
What?
Yeah, it is.
Did they use like the Did they just like use the
Oh,
generic
Black guy.
black
Man.
guy? Yeah,
He gets fucked over again.
yeah.
They used
You
the
can't even catch a break in
What if-
Lego world.
So
they used the
let's get
Poe
this straight.
model and
Lando
sprayed him a
looks
different
fine.
color?
Lando looks okay, but this.
I mean,
What the?
Lando's kind of old Lando's kind of
Yeah, it's fine.
generic as it is. So yeah,
Why is I'm guessing this is Poe behind him? Why does he have he's the only one with a Christmas sweater on?
yeah. I mean,
BB-8 Christmas sweater.
Everyone else
kind
wears
of-
the same goddamn clothes. Also, I thought this was Ray, not Rose Tico.
No, that's right. Yeah. Ray's
I
taking
didn't
the
know. I
picture.
had no
That's-
idea.
That's not.
And
That's
having
not right.
broccoli with the
That-
Thanksgiving turkey. I didn't know.
The reason.
weirdos.
The
And
reason.
why the fuck is Chewbacca blonde here?
The reason you can tell it's Rose Tico is because she doesn't have a bitch face.
I think I think I can answer that question. Chewbacca is blonde because it was summer and he was out in the sun a lot.
Like
He's
just
yeah,
getting old.
Okay.
It happens to a lot of people.
Yeah,
That
got,
happened.
got the Wes Moody kind of blonde hair look.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. I don't like this doesn't even look like Chewbacca at that point. Chewbacca. Do I have to?
It looks more like a German Shepherd than Chewbacca.
Justin, be careful how you searched it because we're see. I don't want to see shit that you looked at.
Yeah,
It's
watch out
weird.
about your autocomplete. Yeah, we don't
Have
want
you
to
ever
see.
seen,
Oh, did it show some shit?
No.
No.
Oh,
We
good.
should have yes to get.
Okay, so like that looks crappy. I'm glad they didn't go with that.
Still more accurate.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
it's just they made that way too bright.
It looks like a German Shepherd more than a Wookiee.
I don't
Have you
think
ever
that
seen
Finn
a-
is that
have you ever
dark,
seen
is
a
he?
Shaved? Have you ever seen a shaved Wookiee? Do
Finn?
yourself a favor.
I don't want to see it.
I don't know.
Do yourself a favor and look that one up.
No one wants to see a shaved Wookiee.
Yeah.
Got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. Okay. Lucasfilm really dislikes Finn.
Yeah.
Oh God, no!
Look at Riot Kitty. Look
It
at
does
Riot.
look like look
no.
like Lego blackface. It really
no,
does.
not Riot
Yeah.
Kitty. Stone Cold Jeremy, where he's talking about Raylo goes back into the past, gives birth to Shmi, who
Oh
gets
no.
stuck in the past and sold into slavery.
Oh, that would.
And you know what? All of the plot lines that were coming up to make fun of it are better than what they came up with. How sad is that?
Right. Like I'm really into the idea of the Indiana Jones Christmas special. Like I really like that.
I'm into that because I would love to see Harrison Ford be forced to play Santa
He
Claus.
would be such an asshole.
I know. He just
It'd be
said, like,
bad
what do you
Santa
want
with
for
a whip.
Christmas, kid? I want fuck you. Throws them down the slide.
Did
It'd be-
Finn ever smile like that?
No.
Finn ever
no.
smiling like that?
Yo,
Finn
you
never
don't
smiled at
smile
all.
when you
No.
yell Ray.
Not for a damn second. Like that.
Is that
Is
Poe
the
behind
guy
him?
with the
I
green
don't
shirt
know.
Green Lantern?
Yeah, if yeah,
I don't know.
Is it Poe?
Get in here,
yeah,
Rob.
that's Poe because it's sort of got the what's his name, Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't have a
it-
nose. Like,
Yeah, well, none of them have noses. We can't like.
no.
well,
I
then
think
how do I know it's
I think
Poe?
they used the Poe model and they decided to paint him brown and made him Finn. 'Cause that looks more like Poe.
What? What are you talking about?
Look at Poe. Poe's pudgy.
Like there or
Why is he the
right
only
there.
one
Poe
in
is
a
pudgy,
Christmas sweater?
but Finn is not pudgy. So I think they used the Oscar Isaac model and they painted it brown and they decided to make him. I think they used the Rose Tico for Poe.
the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
This is just there's so many things wrong. What
I
the
wish-
fuck is this thing
I
supposed to
wish
be?
they-
Like, this is supposed to be a Christmas tree?
That's one thing I do need to say that as well. I wish they'd stop depicting old Lando with the fucking Solo shirt he had on.
Well, yeah, why do they keep doing that? I know why, but
There, it looks like he's wearing his Lando cape and shit.
no, but it's the yellow one. Hold on.
Yeah.
I would like to have seen Billy D. Williams portray Two-Face, but I guess he still got paid for it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Uh,
Lando, episode 9. I think he's wearing the same damn thing.
yep.
Yeah, we're in the same.
Oh man, I didn't even remember that.
I liked him in
Hell.
blue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did too.
Well,
Apparently no one-
that's just another example of them trying to sort of change history.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I mean,
Because little by little, you're just going to associate him with the yellow,
Yeah.
which makes the association with the new movies.
Mm-hmm.
they're Legos. They're all pudgy. I mean, I guess
That's racist.
That face just does not look like Finn at all. It's so annoying.
No.
Finn doesn't smile like that. That's why it looks like blackface.
Didn't John Boyega also have something of a beard or stubble in episode 9?
Yeah, well, yeah, and instead it's just a bunch of dots on his face.
Yeah.
For some
Well, they
reason.
didn't even give him that in this.
No, it's literally a bunch of dots.
Oh, no, he was talking about for John Boyega having a little beard thing going.
Yeah, like it just this is like no. It just looks so dumb.
At
don't
least
know
you
if-
can tell what it's meant to be.
True. But I don't know. You know, we're harping on this too much. I mean,
Well,
like,
we've only spent an hour on this one article.
yeah, seriously.
Kind of
I knew
expected
that
it.
was going on for a while.
you, boy.
Oh goodness. Yeah, maybe we should go on to something else. I mean, Jesus, like this has been we've talked about this for a while.
We can make fun of Florida people for a second.
I
I know
don't
Lorena's
know.
not here, but
I don't even think.
Oh,
I don't
we
even
can
I'm-
do that. We can do that.
I don't know about you, but I'm just a salt farmer.
Oh God. Yeah, guys. Yeah, we've talked enough about this. I mean,
I'm
holy
just a
shit,
simple man making my way through the galaxy.
it's ridiculous. Man,
Just for the record, I like Legos. Just so you guys know.
I like
I
Legos
like them, but
too.
I don't like
wanna
stepping
watch
on
a
them.
fucking Lego movie.
look, I'm fine with a Lego movie, but I'm just in this context when it's talk about time travel and shit like that. Yeah, just
Oh no,
You know
I
what?
didn't. No, I'm saying Legos in general. I like the little blocks and putting them together and doing that with my niece.
I think
and
everybody
nephew.
does. Everybody kind of like
Nope, hate it.
They're innocent. They're not to be taken too seriously unless you step on them, and then
Yeah,
Mhm.
then
there's
they
going to be
stop-
hell to
That's a lot of-
pay.
Yeah,
There's a
then
lot
they
of
stop
bad-
it.
lot of bad words. Lot of bad words.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
when-
so
when
many
you-
curse words have been uttered by
Yeah,
stepping on them.
when you step on them, they stop being innocent real quick.
Oh, for sure, dude. It's one of those things where you really there's like only a few universal truths, and stepping on a Lego, like either side, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna leave a mark. You ever step on a bunch of them, and then you have all the marks on your feet, like you can properly place which Legos are supposed to go where. It's pretty
Yeah,
bad.
let's not talk about that. I really hate it. We don't
No,
like
okay,
that.
we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to
Mildly
this,
perturbed.
right. So we're gonna move on to this
This.
this other story that came on. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go, Mad. I thought we lost you for a second. There's one other story I want to talk about that I found kind of interesting. That seemed a little little off to me. Star Wars reveals that Mark Hamill's Luke Skywalker was to be killed in original Episode 8 script. Now, on the surface, it seems like, okay, Rian Johnson just wrote it to be that. That's not what this is claiming. So Pablo Hidalgo, our good friend, who we all love very dearly, is coming up with a new book. And one of the chapters called Luke Skywalker's Destiny. And this is what it reads. If you could see it there. It reads, years before this is the preview for the chapter. Years before The Last Jedi began development, the treatment left behind by George Lucas in 2012 also had Episode 8 be the one wherein Luke Skywalker would die.
Okay.
This presents a problem because Mark Hamill, being a close friend of George Lucas's, obviously, he says, I happen to know that George didn't kill Luke until the end of 9. Having so many different discussions with Mark Hamill kind of leads to a potential contradiction. And with that being said, you know, there are so many things that can be said about this. So going back for a little bit more context, starting at the beginning of the article, it's no mystery that the sequel trilogy was met with mixed reception, putting it lightly. Like many things in our world, it seems that the opinions regarding the trilogy are on polar opposite ends of the spectrum. You either love it or hate it. These opinions have, of course, led to countless battles on fan forums and what have you. The treatment of Luke Skywalker was among the biggest criticisms of the trilogy in a sea of many. J.J. Abrams, Larry Kasdan, and Michael Arndt elected to leave Luke on on the Octu Island, away from the central conflict. For the bulk of The Force Awakens, Rian Johnson's treatment of the character has been panned by many fans and even Mark Hamill himself. The character's fate was a sore point for Episode 8's detractors, and a new book suggests that that was the plan all along.
Bullshit.
And so, with that in mind, and hearing a lot of what George Lucas had planned, look, we all know that things change all the time. They change, like they change all the time. George Lucas really has had a hard time, making up his mind on things. And at the end of the day, though, he still had a central idea of what he wanted. So, bearing that in mind, and bearing that all of this kind of comes with, we could take it with a little grain of salt. Obviously, that
it doesn't matter.
Totally planned that. But that being said, well, hold on. I'm just going to finish my point real quick. It seems a bit odd because it contradicts everything that we've been told about George Lucas, what George Lucas has told interviewers over the past, several decades. He always wanted to have Luke, going back to a clip in the 90s or something, when Luke Skywalker was supposed to have a cameo in Episode 9, as Mark Hamill said, handing Excalibur to the next generation, so on and so forth. In 2011, do you guys remember that interview where he said oh, it's going to be around 2011? That one. He always sort of had all of those ideas in his mind. Why the hell would he decide to change that and have it in Episode 8 when we've also heard that James Cameron has said, it was about to be about microscopic organisms, ridiculous shit like that. This isn't adding up. It's not making any sense at all. And it's coming across like they're trying to place all the blame on George Lucas.
Well, yeah, No. What they're doing is they're trying to say, and people are saying this, see, you're mad that Luke Skywalker was killed in Episode 8. Well, he was always going to. Look at what George Lucas, he was going to have him killed. So what are you so mad? That's not the problem. The problem is not whether or not he was always intended to die in Episode 8 or Episode 9. It was the way in which it was executed is what people had the problem with. It is not that he died. I don't think anybody would have a problem with Luke Skywalker being killed or dying if it was done correctly.
I agree. Yeah, it should have been a heroic death.
Yeah, it seriously should have.
Not the Force.
This is just
Like,
more
Yeah, I don't like the idea that he forced too hard. Yeah, he forced himself.
And then his cape like blew away like a stray pube in the wind. Like it's fucking
It
ridiculous.
was pretty friggin' awful.
Good
.com.
thing he wasn't on the toilet. You know, he could have forced too hard and, really would have been bad. Yeah.
Same thing
He went
happened to Elvis.
going out Elvis Presley style. Yeah, that's great. Oh man, I mean, like, why does Disney hate George Lucas this much? Why does Lucasfilm hate them? Like,
I think they're just using him to get to try to control us. In trying
for sure. Yeah, we need to eliminate all of these people that are in these positions by essentially forcing these corporations to fire them and to subject them to the same thing they've been subjecting to others to for quite some time. And while I am not a cancel culture kind of person, I am a deal with the problem kind of guy. And right now the problem is these people. Mm-hmm. So there you are.
Yeah, and I'm the one who always says like Pablo can stay.
He's a liar. Why do you want to? How many liars do you want to deal with, Justin?
Just one. So
okay, you're not doing well on that count right now.
I guess so. I don't know. Man. I don't know. Pablo's amusing sometimes. I want to have at least one thing to complain about. Let's just be honest. But look, it is becoming more and more clear to me that all these people are like a huge problem, man. Like it's not only that, but when like how many times can you consistently fuck up until you've crossed a line with most people and they turn on you?
So I've been turning on Pablo for years now.
Yeah. So I want to ask the panel a question here. Do you think if Disney continues to have these financial problems that George Lucas could buy Lucasfilm back, do you think that Disney would be interested in doing that? And do you think he could get it at a steep discount, i.e. less than what he paid for it?
He definitely would have to pay less. They've devalued the property. Mm-hmm. But they're somewhere around $6 billion in the hole on Star Wars right now. Mm-hmm. And that's a pretty deep hole. And even if, let's say, they turned around and sold it to George for like $2 billion, they're down $4 billion. So they would have spent $8 billion or $10 billion, depending upon how you want to look at it, on essentially, essentially destroying a property that they sought to, take a bunch of cash from. And at the same time, I mean, they're going to be in a position where they're going to have to explain that to shareholders. I wouldn't want to be whoever ends up at the end of the maypole on this one, because Bob Iger is not going to be accountable for this when the bill comes due. It's going to be cheapskate, or it's going to be it's going to be the next person in line. And the next person in line is going to have none defense because they didn't cause the problem to begin with. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I think what may happen is because this isn't the only area in which Disney is struggling. They're struggling across the board. And eventually they're going to have to start looking at selling off some of their properties. To even stay afloat. So they're in a hard place. Like either they explain to the board why they lost this, all that money by selling it, or they explain why they haven't made a move to try to bring in some type of money to keep them afloat. If things keep going the way they are, and it's not looking better for them. The Mulan thing didn't help. Star Wars hasn't helped at all. Fox, what has Fox given them? Nothing.
Yeah, really, really nothing. What? The least they could have done on them. The least they could have done acquiring Fox is just have the fucking 20th Century Fox logo at the beginning of episode 9. Yeah, they didn't even do that.
They don't like Rupert Murdoch, so of course they had to get rid of that. What are you thinking, dude?
No, what I'm thinking is like if you're gonna buy all of this shit and use it, don't just throw it all away.
Nah, we'll put it in the vault.
People are gonna be studying
For what?
what's happening with Disney for years.
Yeah.
What not to do, how to take down a
No, don't.
100-year-old establishment and just throw it all away.
Multiple billion-dollar properties.
Yeah. Long lasting, like everything that Walt Disney had established now out the fucking window, down the drain. It's ridiculous. What's going on, Rob?
How you been, man? How you been? How's everything?
Hey, we're doing great. Real quick, Stone Cold Jeremy says stumbling drunks are amusing. Pablo Hidalgo isn't. Okay,
So,
fine. I grant you that. But now that I'm, I don't know. I got nothing to say on that.
Here's what I read. I read that Pablo was saying that, George was going to have him killed off. And then Mark says, no, he doesn't die to the end of 9. So I'm like,
right.
So wait, hold on a second. But you're saying one thing. And now who would I believe? Would I believe the guy who played the character who actually was with George Lucas making those 3 movies, 6 movies, or 3 movies? Or would I believe somebody who likes to cause controversy, who likes to pretend he knows everything, because he needs the spotlight. Some people do that. They want publicity. They want the spotlight. I don't believe Hidalgo because I don't think Lucas had that planned in 8. He's going to die. He probably was going to have an epic ending, and maybe he sacrificed himself for the greater good. Because if Mark Hamill said this is what George had planned, well, that's the guy I'm going to believe. And could he die? Sure, it makes sense. Maybe he's sacrificing himself for the future generation. Whatever. Iron Man did it, right? Iron Man killed himself for the greater good, right? So, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Endgame, spoiler, sorry.
Well, it's a little late on that. You just blew the load before people knew that there was a load there.
So, I don't think, I just don't see that George would have done that, George didn't even want to kill off Harrison Ford. When Harrison Ford says, why don't you just kill me off? He's like, no, because you have a purpose. There's a reason.
No, he said it's because there's no point in having dead Han Solo toys. He did it for marketing reasons.
Is that the reason? Because that's not what I heard.
He said that there was just no point in having dead Han Solo toys.
Because Harrison Ford didn't want to do it.
It was worth it, obviously, but
he didn't want to do another movie. But according to the books, if you read the books and in between, it seems like he had a purpose. He was supposed to be with Leia. They were supposed to have kids, and this was the future next trilogy. So I was like, that would make sense. Of course. Why would you want to kill him off? That wouldn't make sense because you need him. You would need him to have a story, of a future.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and that opened up a whole new door of possibilities, for the expanded universe as well. Have him having kids, and then later on, Luke having kids as well. Meeting Mara Jade, but who the fuck cares about Mara Jade now?
Don't tell her that; she'll get offended.
Oh, not her. No, we love Mara Jade. No, I'm talking about the character. Lucasfilm doesn't give a fuck about.
Yeah, I mean, see, I don't know why. Again, I don't know why they didn't go with the story. I don't know why when it all boils down to that.
I guess.
Why didn't they just keep the law? Why are they so against the lore? How does it hurt? It would only have benefited them in every single way possible.
Nope.
And again, if I was them, I want a future trilogy, right? So you could throw Rey and Finn and Poe, and you could throw these characters into George's trilogy to set up the next trilogy. I don't see why you couldn't do that. You could have you want a Ben in there? Okay, you could put Ben in there. He could be the next big bad guy, So you could set it up so this way you get character development. And we learn a little bit about these people. Maybe Luke trains Rey. So we don't feel like, wow, Rey just knows everything. She's perfect. Just use the Force. It solves every single problem you need, Oh, look, here, you need the lightsaber? Here, I'll put it behind my back. There you go. Every problem solved. Instead of these, it's
the disappearing hat trick or whatever.
Yeah, instead
or
of these,
whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah.
I completely forgot about that new fucking force skills he came up with.
Yeah, like a force heal. Like, okay, I can heal people with the force. Okay, well,
it was already there, but they took it to a whole new level here.
Absolutely, they did. Absolutely, they did. And here's another thing that again, I hate to go back in the sequel trilogy, but how did it make sense when Palpatine says to her, "Well, if you kill me, I'll become you." So why did that would have been a fantastic ending? That would have played everybody because everybody saw the Skywalker name coming. But had she turned around and turned evil, and what does Palpatine?
What everybody was thinking.
And why does Palpatine always want to die in these movies? He wants Luke to kill him. He wants Rey to kill him. Doesn't the guy want to stay alive? I don't get it.
They play him like he's a complete idiot because don't forget, like the lightning thing. He's already learned that shit does not work well when they reflect it back into you. Like eventually, you think you'd be like, all right, listen, something's happening. Let me train myself to where I can turn off my lightning so that I don't get like electrified again.
Yeah, it happened to him a couple of times, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was happened with Mace Windu in the prequels.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And then here he is in the Disney shit, just doing it again and not turning it off. Is there not a way to turn that shit off?
Listen, he could. It's just bad writing. It's bad writing.
Dude, they are just forcing so hard, dude. You just don't understand what happens when they force so hard.
Like why did
it's a real problem, both dark and light.
And can I ask you something? What about all these spaceships that took them 30 years to make? They just go down that easily? They're all lined up and just take them all down. They don't even try. They're not even trying to battle,
They didn't think about horses riding on a spaceship, of course.
Not to mention they didn't know which way was up.
I don't think any of us saw the space horses coming from anywhere.
Horses.
A horse is a horse, of course.
It's just the whole thing was badly written, and it's real simple. Don't try to blame this on George. Don't blame this on anybody but yourselves.
Yeah, Hidalgo's an idiot. Hidalgo's always been an idiot. I'm sorry, Justin.
It's
He's
fine
an idiot.
I don't have a problem if people love it. Great. If you love it, you were born and it's the first Star Wars you've ever seen. So you're like, wow. Okay, I get it. I was in the theater. I understand that feeling. I understand saying, no, Mom, my stuff is greater than you. My music's better than yours. But I get it. I get that's why there's the divide. Generation of generations. I get it.
Yeah. Kids are dumb. We got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, when you try to put the blame on someone else but yourself for what you've done, that's where the line has to be drawn. That's what's got to be drawn.
Well, that's Pablo. So I'm sorry. He's got a history of this. This isn't the first time he's lied his ass off, and now he's doing it in book form. Just so that now it's he's trying to codify his lies by putting them in a book. So I'm just friggin' tired of these people.
I mean, do you guys honestly think that Mark Hamill would lie?
Yes.
No.
Well,
no, not Mark Hamill.
Not necessarily. He wouldn't unless he's contractually obligated not to. But even then, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
He might have not wrong takes. He might have different takes or takes that I wouldn't agree with. But I don't see Mark Hamill as a liar at all.
Nope.
I mean, again, this could have all been solved had they not had their egos up here, and I understand why George sold it. I get the reasons. None of us agree with it. I get it though, and I'm glad. I wanted them to put something. I was excited, like every other fan, because I'd rather get something than nothing. But this is not what I wanted. Now I have no problem with Rogue One. I loved it. I love Solo. I know a lot of you didn't. I did. It was things I would have edited, taken out. I didn't like. It wasn't a perfect movie. But overall, I enjoyed it. I really did. I enjoyed Woody Harrelson, Danny Glover. I thought it was – I really enjoyed it. That's me. I've enjoyed Rebels. I've enjoyed the Clone Wars Season 8, The Bad Batch I'm looking forward to, Mandalorian. So I can't say I hate everything they put out there. It's just the sequel trilogy. That's the thing that I can't stand the most. Because it changes the lore. And you don't change it. It's the past that puts you in the present. I don't know what the big deal was that they couldn't keep the lore. I just, for the life of me, I don't get it.
It's to forge it going forward into what they want it to be. You got to deconstruct the past so that you can build it to what you want.
You have to. Yeah, so you need to put your shit out there so that people will, just accept your shit. But nobody's going to accept their shit. Notice how I'm cursing a lot? This is how angry the Star Wars stuff makes me. I don't curse like this. So.
Well, you know what? I think we're all kind of mad. We're all kind of tired of all this. So I think now would be a good a time as ever just to kind of let all of that go and let's just focus on something funny. Does that sound cool?
Sounds
guys?
good. Yeah.
And thank you to everybody who was really passionate about this. This is something that the Lego Star Wars thing was not something that I really expected fucking time travel and shit, but
they did that with Rebels. I don't know if you've seen Rebels, but they did.
I don't give a fuck about the cartoons. I really
just the Legos.
Yeah, just the Legos. I care about them. No, I didn't care for that.
Flying frigs about Legos. That's just me. I don't care about it.
No, but just to clarify, I didn't care about the world between worlds bullshit. I'm like, time travel? No, sorry, no. You ruin it.
Well, what about Marvel? Didn't they do the same thing with the Avengers?
Bullshit. It's stupid.
Yeah. I mean, that's the answer.
They wrote themselves into a corner with Infinity War. After watching it, I was like, everyone's going to come back to life at the end.
I know.
Well, yeah, I think everybody knew that going in.
Yeah, everyone did. Come on, it's a superhero movie. Well,
you won't see Iron Man again unless they make someone new, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, they had to do that, and that's what I liked about Endgame. What happened with all the arcs. But even then, I've heard rumors about Robert Downey Jr. coming back, and I'm like, no, stop it. Just
Jim,
leave it alone.
Well, you're going to be very disappointed then because he's on his way back.
I've heard that, and I'm actually so angry that I actually might be making. I'm not going to make any promises anymore, but I have a script lined out for a video about that because, that's no. The article was something like, they're going to bring back Iron Man in the best way possible. How about no? No. Just no, thank you.
No.
So we're gonna get into some of the funny shit that happened this week, and there were a lot, and so I had to narrow down to some of the funniest shit that happened this week. And we're gonna start off a little political. Trump tweeted this out. Not gonna lie, no matter where you side politically, this is a fucking hilarious photo. I don't know about you. This is Biden for president.
Trump is an amazing troll.
Quality meme.
It really is. He actually does kind of look like he fits in a way.
Because he does.
Come on, man.
It's great.
Come on, man. Sonny. President, what Legos? Yeah, I like Legos. And I'm running for dog catcher. Yeah, and he's
U.S. Senate from Delaware.
Yeah, I'm proudly running for Senate. Yeah. No, that wasn't a crack pipe in my son.
Yes, I know, a little political, but yeah. I just thought it was funny. A good troll job. I appreciate that. I appreciate it a lot.
Sorry, theme park casual.
Sorry, he's a good guy. He sees me on Park Hoppin. So, he's a good guy. An 11-year-old was also charged in Louisiana after allegedly stealing a school bus. He really did. He was driving a school bus all around town. Police are chasing this guy.
These kids got to be bored with COVID, man, because the other week we talked about a 6-year-old driving his dad around or something. Now we got a kid driving a school bus. What the hell's going on here, man?
Yeah, they were just, I thought that, they were just lucky enough to get back to school. They were so goddamn bored. And now that he's stealing the fucking school bus.
I thought maybe
it's one kid per seat now, probably.
I thought it was like the school was closed down and the kid's like, fuck it, I'll reopen it. Everybody hop in.
Yeah. I wonder if there are more people on it, but no, apparently he actually stole a school bus. He doesn't even look like the kid. Doesn't even look like he's
Big
tall
enough to
enough
drive it.
to have it.
How
can he see? Like he's like 4 feet tall.
He had to have some Temple of the Doom like blocks on his feet.
He had to have. He had to have short round that situation, for sure. In other news, we were talking about some earlier. Nope, go away. A man flying in a jetpack has been spotted again in the skies over Los Angeles, particularly over LAX. This also happened on September 1st. Back then, I guess it's his monthly visit to LAX. And we, once again, since we reported on this a month ago, I think it's only fair to say that we do have a suspect photographed in this situation. Obviously, flying around, if anybody has any information, please let the authorities in LA County know.
Could be Boba Fett or the Mandalorian. They got jetpacks, right?
What's his? Was it Rocket Man? The old Disney movie?
Oh yeah,
The Rocketeer.
Rocketeer. That's it. Thank you, Wes.
Yes. And we also have Canadians in the news. A Canadian returns stolen relics from Pompeii after 15 years of bad luck. All I have to say is, why the hell did you steal it in the first place? What did you think? Did you ever see a horror movie?
Yeah, that's very un-Canadian.
Yeah, I thought you were supposed to be polite, or shit like that.
Yeah,
What's that on a boot?
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, not a boot.
Yeah. This caught me by surprise. Angry moms and QAnon believers attack Kraft's Send Nudes campaign for sexualizing mac and cheese. Here's one. Why go out when you can stay home and send nudes? And I don't know why they blurted out. It's literally just mac and cheese. It's a funny kind of. It's funny. It's a play. It's a pun, and people were like, "Oh, think about the children. Are the children gonna catch on to this? No. God, I hope no.
No.
Better not be." So, I thought it was ridiculous that they were even mad in the first place.
That's funny.
This one was really bad, though. New Orleans Archbishop says he burned the church altar where a demonic priest had a dominatrix threesome.
Oh, yeah. Didn't the dude get caught? Like somebody was walking by and saw him through the window?
Oh, yeah. He's like, what the fuck was this?
Oh, and they burnt it, huh?
Yeah, they had to burn the altar.
I don't think they had to. I think he chose to.
You know what? The unholiness, how could you blame somebody?
Yeah, to be fair, I am not an expert in Catholicism, so there may be some clause in there somewhere.
Wes,
holy water was the answer. Did he put the fire out with holy water? I'm confused.
I hope so. Really should have. No, basically they were just getting it on the altar, and people literally it was in view from passerbys. So, or passerbys, bystanders. I don't know. I guess they saw within the windows or something. I don't know how they were able to, but people witnessed it. They were like, and somebody literally recorded it too.
Oh, geez.
Which is just something else. And this one, the next one that I'm going to talk about, this one, I was hoping that Stig Kenobi would be here for this, but he had some things that he had to do. But it's still relevant either way. Swedish Left Party chapter wants to make urinating while standing illegal for men.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting too. Take a stand and sit down for what you believe in. This is funny. Male representatives on the Sörmland County Council in Sweden should sit rather than stand while urinating in office restrooms, according to a motion advanced by the local left party. Of course, known as a socialist and feminist organization. To no one's surprise, the party claims that seated urination is more hygienic for men. The practice decreases the likelihood of puddles and other unwanted residue forming in the stall. Go fuck yourself. It's a urinal. Aim.
Yeah, it's just your aim. Exactly.
Yeah, and you know what? I understand sometimes, the streams will split into two. I get it. You can't always help it. But look, man, what's
Just
the big
you wipe it off. You wipe it off. That's what you do.
Don't cross the streams, okay? That would be bad.
Right. And by the way, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers always jokes, yep, they want you to sit when you pee. Jeremy was right. Jeremy always. He always jokes like, oh, you sit down to pee. Yeah, well, look at what you did, Jeremy. You gave them ideas. They rolled with it.
Oh, is he big and swish?
How could you do this? How could you do this? It's absolutely ridiculous. Why would you make this illegal, standing while peeing? Like, this is ridiculous. Why would you take away something that you can do naturally? I don't get it. I'm never going to understand this. I never will.
Well, they want to make it inconvenient for you, Jeremy or Justin.
I'm not sure. God damn it. Yeah.
Well, you're a proper Jeremy.
I know.
I do that on purpose, by the way. No, look, Justin, they do that. They do that. They're doing it on purpose to be inconvenient for you. See, they think if they have to sit down, we have to sit down, because it's not about equality. It's about equity. They want to. This is the same thing they're doing in the movies. We just got done talking about it. They have to bring somebody down in order to make somebody else feel like they got lifted up, when really they're just reducing things to the lowest common denominator instead of getting to the excellence that we all should be striving for. And that's the problem with equity. It's the problem with the way their version of what they think is equality. Equality of opportunity is one thing. Equality of outcome is never assured. The world is different. We have two sexes. I just said it out loud. We have male and female. It's scientifically proven. It's biology. And those two, and they have different genitalia, and those afford them each different opportunities. Women can have children. Guys can stand and pee. Okay, that's the big deal we get to do, guys. Stand and pee. Is that awesome? No, women get to fire out kids. Probably a bigger deal. Anyway, I'm going to be done ranting now.
Well, women can stand and pee too if they want to.
Yeah. I've seen it.
It may not be the cleanest thing in the world, but they make apparatuses for them.
Yes, I know.
They do. I mean, like, I don't know. But Tommy, you're right. It's about feminizing men. Yeah, that's sort of the overall thing that I'm getting is like, why would you want to take away what makes a man at its very core, basic things that they do in everyday life, like standing up and peeing in a urinal? Why are we wasting time with this? Aren't there any other issues you could possibly work on legislatively that might be productive to your people? No, we just can't allow you to stand up and pee. This is a bunch of bullshit. It really is.
Starting to gender neutralize bathrooms everywhere, and boy, the ladies are really at a disadvantage with that.
Yeah. I mean, I literally was at at school. They would have, when I went to college, they had a gender neutral bathroom and a female bathroom right next to each other, where we had class. The men's bathroom was like 2 flights up. You had to walk up 2 flights of stairs to go to the men's bathroom. What the fuck is with that? I don't get it. People go out of their way to be anti-male or something, like, and people are gonna say like, oh, that's not the point. Like, no, that's not true. I'm like, well, then can you explain what that means then? Because I'm clearly not getting the point. I don't understand it. If there's another definition or like another explanation, I should say, for all this going on, I would love to hear it. But I'm not hearing any valid arguments. So Generation Production says, I guess you can say it is a stand-up comedy about being pissed off.
Boo.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I read it though.
Was that improper?
Yeah. Well, no, it was okay. It was a nice try though. It was a nice try. But anyways, thank you everybody for coming out. I'm just gonna let everybody plug their channels and all that fun stuff. So let's start out with one of the guests of honor. We have Madmartigan. Tell the people what you got going on.
Last week we had a Halloween special on Tafari Nation. Barber interviewed Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. That was awesome. I wasn't part of it at all. This Sunday he's going to be interviewing Freddie Krueger, whatever, the guy from Nightmare on Elm Street. I again won't be a part of that one either, but it'll be on my channel, so look out for that. And I do other things. I'm doing an unboxing for the first time of Bespoke. I always forget that I'm subscribed to it, and so it's always a surprise when it gets here. So that's cool. And that's it. I'm done now, Justin.
He's done.
All right, Rob, what you got going on?
Okay, what's up, everyone? How you doing? I'm Rob. I'm here. You're there, and welcome to This Week in Bullshit. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button. Make sure you check out these other guys' channels too. That's my daughter. She had to come in and ruin that moment. No, that's great. So anyway, everything Star. It was everything Star Wars now. Entertainment is Star Wars. Basically, I'm doing some Johnny Depp stuff. We're talking about Star Wars. We do live streams and just having a lot of fun. A little bit of politics lately because I just want to talk about it. So just whatever is out there, we'll talk about it. Pop culture, entertainment, Star Wars, live streaming, gaming. You name it, it's there. I hope you come and join if we have a lot of fun. Justin could tell you that. Thank you.
Especially when you play Battlefront. And that's a load of fun. And Culture Casino coming back. And congratulations once again on getting monetized. Very well deserved.
Why, thank you. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it to each and every one of you here on this panel and those of you out there in the chat. You guys made it possible, and I truly do appreciate it. I really have to say that I was surprised to actually see little sticker thingy show up today. My very first super anything was Christie with a pooper emoji sticker. Of course. So anyway, yeah, I know. So anyways, thank you all so very much. I'm going to be having the monetization celebration on Monday, which means I'll be parading a bunch of people through my channel at that point. I'm still having my regular Friday pre-flight thing about midday for most people tomorrow. But that honestly is not going to be about the monetization stuff. That's just going to be about the regular stuff I'm talking about, which is predicting everything that's going to be discussed or the subjects for the weekend on all of our favorite shows like Friday Night Tights and Friday Night Frolics and The Dump and the stuff that goes on Wes's channel and stuff like that. So you can check that out tomorrow. It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, it's Tafarian Nation. That's right. I always forget that. But, I'm even going to let people on Monday like Madmartigan show up during my monetization celebration stream. So, but that can be 5 minutes that you can go and get a drink or something like that. So it'll be a good time. Anyway, thank you all. Everybody have a great night. Good to see you.
Any thoughts?
Oh no, he's an asshole. He knows this though.
And last but certainly not least,
he uses
Wes
me.
Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast.
Hey everybody, I am Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast, where I talk about current events, pop culture, occasional conspiracy theories, occasional car talk, gaming streams, and I will vlog about whatever the heck I want to because it is my webcast. Hope to see you there. I have everything in playlists, including when I appear on other YouTubers' channels, including this one. Check it out. See ya.
Okay, bye. I can't.
Elevator speech, man. You got to get it done in 15 seconds.
Wow.
Elevator speech.
Right.
Yeah, I got my number pretty quick.
Right. Anyways, my name's Justin Proper. You can catch me every week here at 7 p.m. Eastern. This Week in Bullshit. It's been This Week in Bullshit. Thank you all so much. I'm gonna have a couple of videos here pretty soon. I know I say that every week, but I'm saying it again because maybe I'll mean it this time. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to follow through to churn out some videos to have it, next week and just have it trickle through, so you're not bored, for the next week until we all come back. But this is always a lot of fun. I was, not expecting the Lego Star Wars news to really, make me that upset. But yeah, I mean, that's what happens. That's what we can expect from Lucasfilm. And I want to thank you, everybody who sent us a super chat, everybody who's liked, subscribed. And by the way, go subscribe to everybody who's on this panel on the dais and people who come in here regularly. And I want to just I want to just give a huge shout out to Reina Creole for creating the thumbnail. I'd asked her to give to give some variations of it. Hopefully you like it. It's always a lot of fun. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Live long and prosper, my proper compadres. Take care.
Well, thanks to the lame ass security, I'm going home.